What's going on, my Juiced and e-bike community, and for my YouTubers and Instagram subscribers? I'm the Juice Vegan. So what happened was that I was waiting on my GoPro Hero 8, and I can start doing a lot of videos and doing like GoPro photography of like me riding the Juice Camp Scrambler, and my name, Juice Vegan. Yeah, I'm vegan, but we're not gonna talk about that right now. But I got the GoPro because I love the fisheye effect, or I like the wide angle. And I do have a camera, but I'm not gonna buy all the stabilizers and all those gimbals to hold my mirrorless camera. It's way more expensive than buying a GoPro. I got the GoPro for around $289. Use my veterans discount and whatnot. But what came me to start with this video was I got these shinko244s, and yeah, they're beefy. They, from the UPS packaging, it said on the box was around 13 pounds. So I guess with air, I'm pretty sure with air and with the rim, I don't know. Each tire themselves could be anywhere from 8 pounds or so. Added the air and the rim, 8.5. I don't know, but it's heavy. The bike felt completely heavy once I flipped it back over. Cause I flipped it over. Oh yeah, the hardest part about putting on the tires at first is if you never taken off a tire like this, like a 4-inch tire or something that looks like a motorcycle tire. It's pretty hard if you never done it before. I watched videos and I thought it was gonna be pretty easy, and I ain't gonna lie, it took me a while. It took me more than 2 hours because I didn't even know where to start, and plus I didn't have all the tools. I used a bunch of like flathead screwdrivers and the moving blankets. I cut a couple pieces off the moving blankets and I kind of like stuffed them in with the flat tips, and I had some thin pieces of wood in my garage, the baseboards and stuff, and I used that. And before I even went that path, I kind of like dinged part of my rims, and I was getting frustrated because I was like, I can't figure it out. I can't even get the damn tire off to start. But once I realized using the flat tip, and then I got that the moving the moving blankets, the little charcoal ones that you get for moving and covering up stuff. They're pretty thick, so I just like kind of double layered it and whatnot. And I got the flat tip, and then I stuck in the baseboard with it at the same time. I broke like a little I'd say like 6-7 inches of it with the flat tip, and I was able to lift the tire just like that. It was pretty easy, and then I figured it out, and I was able to take the tires off. But it took me an hour to even like figure it out because I don't have like any tools to take off anything. But putting on the shinko244s, at least the rear tire, like I said, doing it for the first time, you're gonna struggle. So after taking off the knobbies, I kind of figured out how to get them on. So I ended up one guy I watched on YouTube, he put the tube on first and then put the tire around it and kind of like threw it on. But he had a good setup where he had it where you can put the rim like on a little cylinder area where you don't have to worry about it. You can just push down really good. But of course I didn't have that. I used a laundry basket so I can kind of have a place for it so I won't bend or mess up anything. And I ended up breaking the laundry basket because of course it's heavy and I'm putting too much pressure on the plastic laundry basket, and I broke it. But then I found a little crates, some of them little like milk crates outside, and those are pretty sturdy, so I used those. But yeah, it was tough putting them on. Putting the tube on first, that didn't work for me. So what I did was I put the actual Shinko tire on first, and then I put a little bit of air, like very little, just so that the tires, the tubes weren't completely deflated. I just put a little bit in it so it can move around once I snuck it inside the tires. And once I got them in the tires, I kind of so basically what you have to do is you put one lip of the tire in first. This is what I did. So part of it's on, one lip is on and the other side of the tire is not on. And then I slipped in the tube, put the tube in through the hole in the rim, put a little lug nut on it that comes with the tube I had, screwed it in pretty good, not too much, but just enough that it can move around. And then I carefully put the rest of the tire completely on. And at that point, it's still not lining up good, but you start putting air in little by little. And I didn't have like an actual air compressor. I used my little air pump and just pushed it. So I was going at it for a while, but once I got it going, I just moved it around, dropped it on the ground, move it around, dropped it on the ground until I got the hang of it. And then I started pumping air in until I got probably about 20 psi in it. Somehow it's just hissing the whole tire away. But once I got that on, I figured it out. But the process of taking off the first couple of tires and then getting the rear shinko244 on, that took me almost 2.5 hours. I was struggling. Honestly, what took me the longest is my damn chain got all tangled. And I swear it took me forever. But I mean ever. It took me a good 30 minutes to figure out how to untangle it. And you can say what you want, but it happened to me. I guess when I flipped the bike over, I had to watch a YouTube video to figure out how to untangle it, because I was just like, what happened? But yeah, I flipped the bike over when I was switching out the tires, and the chain got all tangled, and it took me a minute. I almost was gonna just break the chain and then put it back together, but thank God I didn't. But yeah, so after I got the rear shinko on, putting the one, actually putting on the front one just came on easier. Plus I knew what to do. It came on easy. But the shinko244s are good. Are they range killers? They definitely are range killers, but it depends on how far you're riding. I started off my bike ride with 58.1 volts, and I ended it. I'll post a picture somewhere right here. I'll post a picture. And I had about 2 bars left, and I did only 20 miles. It took me about an hour. And this whole test I did right here was in gear 2, not gear 2, but in mode 2, and throttle the entire time. I held the throttle down the entire time, and if I pedaled, it was just to get myself to stay at 20 miles per hour. I was just trying to see how good it can how good the battery was. And could I went a little farther? Yeah, but I didn't feel like being stranded anywhere, so I weighed around 168. I'm 5'8", so this kind of gives you like a rough estimate. But remember, I'm using throttle only, and I'm keeping it at 20 miles per hour the entire ride. So yeah, keep that into account on the battery life. I am using the 19 amp, and thank God I got that one, because if I had 13, I probably wouldn't have been able to make this video right now. But the shinko244s, I like them a lot, and hopefully I don't get any flats, because I don't want to take these babies off, because they were hard putting them on, but I got the hang of it now, so I pretty much have the knowledge on how to take them on and take them off now. But yeah, I live in the inner city, and once I get the chance, I will take it to like the beach. I'll take it to nicer places, but this is where I live, and I see a lot of people posting these beautiful areas and stuff, but this is Southern California, the inner city. Someone might try to hit me some days when I ride my bike. Gotta be careful going inside stores too long, because yeah, they will steal your bike. You can't leave your bike outside your house. You can't leave your bike inside your fence. Someone will steal your bike. And I see a lot of from the Facebook groups, man, like, come on, this bike is, well, for me, a $2,000 bike. You gotta take care of it. I'm probably gonna buy some more locks in the future too, some kryptonite chain locks. I got an Abus U lock and it does the job. And I have a old kryptonite like lock that just goes through the tire, and then I attach it to the bike, like the front tire to the bike. But yeah, right now I'm just like riding through. This is like San Diego State area. I'm just breezing through. But that's it for now, and hopefully I did all right with this quick little vid. Well, it's not a short vid. It's a little long. I'll make shorter vids, but this is just me just talking about my little experience right now. Put on those shinko244s. I like them a lot. I wish they were lighter, but for the most part, I haven't really ridden my bike that far, and I think with camps and the city, this type of style bike, I mean, I don't see in a sense why you'd be traveling any further than like 20, maybe max 30 miles on one of these bikes. Because I mean, unless you get your seat reupholstered from like the one dude on the Facebook group, or I don't know how much better it's gonna make it feel on your bum, you know. But I'll just do right here on the Zebra. That's why I want to get a Hyper Scorpion. Cause dudes like him, they can go 30 miles, probably a little bit faster, and I hate that. So that's why I got the Shinkos anyway. I was like, I can't even get the 30 anyways, especially where I live, where it's hills up and down the entire time, you know. That's how it is in like most parts of San Diego. This is one of the bigger hills. I'm going down College, and with the knobbies, oh man, I could reach 40 going down this hill. But the other day I went down this hill that I'm actually going up, and yeah, it's a pretty steep incline, and you can reach 40. And I'm not gonna lie, with the knobbies, and I bet about the slicks, but I wouldn't try it. You can hit 50 going down a steep hill, probably on anything, because these bikes are heavy enough that the momentum could carry you. But that's all for now, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. All right.